Oh god, I hope I'm right about this game. We've only recently got some more news and insight into what Treyarch is planning to do with the fourth game in their Black Ops series. An announcement that sort of props up a number of concerns regarding what we can expect from them this October. The primary concern being the lack of campaign, which understandably is a very divisive decision. A lot of people gravitate towards multiplayer and whatever third mode they have, like zombies, over the campaign, which has been a mainstay of the series since its inception. What's really disenchanting about the entire matter is that Treyarch has always been known for putting out quality campaigns. And yet here we see a shift in priorities towards something more mainstream that obviously has a higher potential for monetization. So the first question in everyone's minds is, why Battle Royale? It's actually why did they remove the campaign, but let's address the easier one to answer first. Now I'm certain that everyone's thinking along the lines of money, which is blatant given they're working under directives of Activision, but they seem to be making a huge push towards the PC audience this time. They're trying to push faith in their product by building the PC version from the ground up rather than a simple port. They're trying to appeal to PC gamers. Contrast this to the millions of people you see on console, and you start to wonder, well, why do they suddenly start giving a shit about PC players? So what changed? Being the kind of game that they are that requires precision, accuracy, and quick access to all of your controls as fast as possible, the primary audience for this type of game is on the PC. You see PUBG. You don't really play that well on the Xbox, let's be honest. They have a huge potential audience to tap into if they just include a Battle Royale mode. So naturally they'd want to advocate and push for it, trying to convince everyone or as many people as possible to buy their game on PC, thus boosting sales numbers further. But this then begs the question, does it really justify neglecting a long-standing tradition? Sure, we don't always get gems with every Call of Duty game, but we have had fantastic stories told, and Treyarch has proven that they're more than capable of delivering. They did in fact have a single-player campaign that was scrapped in favor of Battle Royale. The game was restructured to focus on multiplayer. It seems high player retention during Black Ops 3's campaign led to not a lot of people finishing it, and the disproportionate number of people who played multiplayer versus those who played the campaign and actually completed it meant that it made more sense to focus on what the community wanted more. Zombies and multiplayer. Somehow I don't entirely buy this. Sure, Black Ops 3 didn't have a lot of people completing the campaign, but I think that's most likely due to the fact that it's just way too abstract for its own good. But do these numbers really justify cutting out a campaign, scrapping it entirely, just to focus on Battle Royale for that section of the game? I don't think so. So should we be pissed at them? That's a bit of a hard question to answer, but I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that they named the game Black Ops 4. 4 implies a sequel, a prequel, something that takes place within the timeline. It implies that it has a campaign. And I'm not talking about solo specialist missions that delve into backstories, no. The fact that this game is meant to encapsulate the sum total of everything we've experienced throughout Black Ops 1, 2, and 3, to tie up all of the characters into one neat package, something like a sort of fan service game. I don't think that type of game earns the title Black Ops 4. It's more a spin-off, in fact. Think about it. If they named the game something else like, say, Black Ops Combat Evolved, it'd garner a lot less hatred because you'd understand that this is a game that derives a lot of its assets from existing titles and uses them in something that isn't completely tied to it but still takes inspiration from them. Calling it Black Ops 4 implies a continuation of that universe, which does not make sense. I'm no game developer, but I don't think that invalidates my points, and I strongly feel that if they just worded the title differently, we'd have a completely different reception to how people view this game. Call of Duty has always been a series of ups and downs, with the highs being really high, the lows being really low, and it's always been easy to point at what we love about the games, and it's just as easy to poke fun at it for being unoriginal. Brilliant, it's beautiful. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't at least slightly excited for what Black Ops 4 was bringing us, because this is Treyarch we're talking about, and I have some amount of faith that they'll be able to deliver. But honestly, at this point I'm a bit too jaded and cynical to fully believe that this would be a product worth my money. It's a masterpiece. The best we can do right now is hedge our bets rather than just getting pissed off and screaming curses at them. Best case scenario, this was a semantic mistake naming the game, and worst case, we have a pile of garbage, in which case we'll just be continuing a trend, and I don't see much of a change. But the best advice I can give you is just stay indifferent. Don't hype yourself up, don't prematurely dig a grave to dump this game into. Just watch. Wait and watch. Oh look, Battle Royale is gonna feature characters from all over the timeline and weapons from various games and eras. Oh, I can't wait for this. Wait, what's this? I get to play as Mason? There you go.